fuck's sake.
Hello, and welcome to episode 345 of 10 o'clock. I am... Oh, it's 345. Wait.
Hey! Yeah, sorry. Sad, pathetic.
I am MDRLOz. This is Xeno again, and we are easily impressed.
We are.
Very much so. Very much so. Right, so we are going to sit here and talk to you people about Warframe, I guess, again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting, as we always do, by looking at some pretty pictures, which are some emblems,
Yours wins.
Really? Yours is a cool-looking cuppy trophy thing.
Yeah, but yours is like a cat head.
Is it?
Yeah. It's facing to the bottom right. How do you not work that out?
I was seeing it more of a face. Looking sort of... You're thinking that angle. I was thinking like that angle. That makes sense.
Nah. Cat head. Got 2 little ears and
Fair
everything.
enough. You say so.
Got like the scruffy fur.
Okay, well, fine, I win. But if you at home think we are wrong, please go into the description of this video where you will find a link to a Google page. On that Google page, you will see some emblems. I'm not sure if it's these emblems. It might be some last week's emblems.
Should be last week's emblems.
Xeno never gets the emblems right these days. There'll be some emblems. And please...
Monday was chaos.
Pick quick whichever one you think wins, and then fill in your Warframe in-game alias and which platform you would like to win some platinum. And we give out one gift each fortnight.
Yeah.
One for each Warframe platform. So there's 4 Warframe platforms: PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. And we give out separate 150 platinum.
Yeah.
Yep. So please just make sure you get those details right. Fill it in. You're in a chance. Go for it. Right, moving on. Let us move on to the dusting of the dojos.
Time. Right.
I was on it. I was going to look straight on the old
Yeah, that's what I told you to do last time. You were like, no, I can't do that.
Well, no, I like it because it means I have my own personal record, but I think it's better if I do it on this than
right. Own. So, big important announcement.
Oh, we are sad.
We are the ultimate sad. Our
Very
faith
sad.
in the tubs of you has been utterly destroyed. So, but fear not, fellow listeners. Because I'm listening to Loz and he's listening to me, we have come to a solution. The problem is, last week YouTube have put up an announcement that in 10 days' time, otherwise known for you guys as Wednesday, the 10th of June, they are removing the support for the polls within YouTube embedded videos, which is just like, Loz, take off your hat. Take off your hat and
we're taking hats off. Right?
Hats off.
Yep.
We are. Hats off. Hats off. We are losing the polls, and as such, I can't get my hat back on now. So there's nothing we can do about it. YouTube's just randomly decided this. There was no indication of this whatsoever. But I can easily imagine it's a very underutilized feature.
But that's because they don't tell anyone about it. I mean, just so everyone knows here, give a little bit of story time. If you've never seen the YouTuber Ashens, I love watching his stuff. Just shows random stuff. Very British guy. It's really great to watch. But he showed a poll at the end of his video, and this was years ago. I went, "Whoa, Xeno! Look at these poll things. We should do them." And I do hope everyone watching or has watched in the past does, because a lot of people do engage with our cards, which is great.
Yeah.
And I've really liked it. I think it's a brilliant feature. We feedback each week. We can ask questions so easy. It's implemented so well.
Yeah.
And YouTube never says about it is the problem, I think. They've never really shown what it can do, what it's there. And so, and so we're losing it. But Xeno's come up with a solution.
Yep. So starting from this episode, you'll find a link in the description to...
Will it also be in a card?
That's the further part of this. There's a problem with that. So in the link in the description, there will be a link in the description which will take you to the polls for this week. Right. So it's a Google form. It will follow the same structure. And I'm going to start letting you guys put in your in-game name, because we might start doing giveaways through. I've always wanted to do giveaways through answering the polls, but there's never been a capacity to do so. I might be able to look at doing deluxe things. I don't know, but it's something I wanted to work on for a while, and I want to increase the number of people voting. Now, we're going to take a hit with the number of people voting because people are not going to want to click off of YouTube to go do this thing.
Well, you can do it. I love the current one. You can do it while just watching. You
I know. I know. And it sucks more for the people that are on mobile. So, but as Loz asked, does this mean we're going to have a link to the polls in the cards? The problem with this is, in order to actually be able to put customizable links embedded into your YouTube video, you need at least 1,000 subscribers. So if you have any YouTube accounts, like, oh, this is my private YouTube account, I don't mind subscribing to 10 o'clock, please do so, right? Because until the channel hits that 1,000 milestone and I can get that feature of YouTube enabled, I won't be able to link to the polls in the cards itself. Which I think there are more people that will start the episode, pause it straight away, and then vote on the cards before listening to the whole thing. Right? I think that is like a very large mindset of the audience, and I don't blame them for it. But until we hit that 1,000, I can't do it. Plus, that 1,000 will also help promote other, our guests and things like that. So the idea is that I'll be able to create redirects to, any of the artists or any of the Twitch streamers or any of the basically non-YouTube affiliate. We could get DE staff members involved and so on and so forth. But until that 1,000 subscribers hits, can't do fuck all. So if you're wondering where the polls are, please go to the description and there will be a link to the polls. We don't even know what the questions are yet because we haven't had this episode. The other thing is, Loz pointed out a very cool, nifty thing of segmenting the...
Again, finding a feature that another YouTuber is doing and then being like, how do they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, here we go.
So, really cool.
YouTube's going to tell you they put these features in? I mean, I'd seen it for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, I had no idea how they were doing it.
I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah. I always intended to actually investigate it, but Loz pointed it out and was like, Loz, do you know how to do this? And Loz looked it up, and sure enough, we found out how to do it. So now there will be better timestamps or better sectioning of
the time bar along the bottom should have segments to show you, and if you hover them, there should be pop-ups to let you know what the section is called. So if you want to just skip to those precious memes at the end, or you just want to skip topic 1 because it's about nullifiers and you think, God dang, I don't want to talk about nullifiers anymore, you can just skip to topic 2.
Yeah. So
I mean, we always used to try and put times in the comments, but this would be so much easier because they should be in the bar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you need annotations for this on, actually, but it should be in the bar at the bottom.
Not a clue. But the big thing, I don't know how it would work for mobile either. Probably doesn't.
Yeah.
But the currently we have Dojo Dusting. We won't do the start. There's no point. We'll have Dojo Dusting, community stuff, which is to Patreon and responses, topics, and then topic 2 and topic 3, and then memes. I don't see a need to go any further. However, if you would like a specific section, isolated, please say in the comments, because we're gonna start doing this, and until we know what people want, we're just gonna do what the best we can. Right, that's it for Dojo Dusting. Let's move on to the cards for this week. Right, so the first card for the week.
The last time we'll ever do cards, is it? Or maybe.
No, we'll just integrate them. We'll take the.
I know, but proper cards.
Yes, this is last. Sorry, no. Last week was the last time cards were integrated into the episodes. Now it'll be taking it from the Google form, which will have the questions. Right. So, what was I saying? Cards. Right. So this week or last week's. Which do you prefer, self-damage or self-stagger? 61 people responded. This is the first one or the other I have actually decided to allow for both. So I don't know if you know this. 11% said that they preferred self-damage. 18% that they like both. And 70% say they prefer self-stagger. I'm very much on a both.
Yes. Yeah. There was a comment, I think, for this, but we'll come back to when we get to it. Let's move on. Cool.
Next. Do you primarily use explosive weapons? 60 people responded. 23% said yes. 76% said no. What was the 11% said self-damage? That's interesting. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if more people would use explosives with the self-damage. But, right, and then moving on. Should self-damage come back for hard mode? Ooh, 58 people responded to this. 41% said yes, 58% said no. I am in the yes.
I'm definitely in the yes for that, but still.
Yep. And then...
Hell, you know, I'd love to see friendly fire in extra hard
mode.
Straight up friendly fire. I think it'd be interesting to keep it in a mode or something. I mean, you could say...
I can just imagine the sheer number of times you shoot me because I thought you were a bad guy!
Be interesting. I mean, there are some games with friendly fire, and I don't even... Yeah, Remnant has friendly fire, and, you know, it doesn't... You don't just troll people all day long. So, yeah, I mean, you'll get a lot of that in the first week as everyone gets it out their system. And then people are like, right, well, I'm going to get on with things now, you know, so...
Yeah. All right, so, would you like to see more explosive weapons? This is interesting. 60 people responded. 8% said no. 25% said that they didn't care. But 66% said yes. Yet, those people... So, there are a lot of people that do not primarily use explosive weapons.
Yeah, because primarily was quite a strong thing. I want to see more explosive weapons. I don't primarily use explosive weapons, and I want self-stagger, which confirms all three of the majority of the highest percentages.
But if you don't use explosive weapons, why would you want to see more of them?
You said primarily. Not did I use them. I occasionally use them for fun.
No, I do. Yeah, I do mean primarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like literally, I've got like my angstroms, and I've got my ogres, and I've got my...
No, there is an explosive melee. Don't be dumb.
Jack attack?
I don't think that's explosive, is it?
Let's see. Boom.
It's just got a heavy attack.
So what am I missing? What's the explosive melee?
I don't think there is one.
Oh, you don't think there is one? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Well.
Anyway. Right, so that's it for the cards. I don't think we've got anything that we particularly want to highlight on that. So fair enough. We're going to move into the Patreon questions.
Hang on.
What?
Sorry, my I've got the screen on for my phone, which has the clock, and it is supposed to be charging while running it, but I assume it's also doing my internet. And it pops up and says 20% left. I'm like, power left. I'm like, okay, let's just turn off the Wi-Fi, which I don't know why it's running, and the Bluetooth. Maybe that'll save enough power. Then we go. If that goes off though, I'll just go blink. I won't even know. Right. Anyway, should we move on? Yep.
Cool. So Patreon questions.
Ooh. We have some looking ones here. Loomis, do you think it'd be balanced to buff the Aura mod combat discipline to maintain its 1-to-5 ratio with its upgrades? At base, thank you for this, it takes 1 health from you for every kill you get. In exchange, it heals teammates for 5 health. However, at max rank, it takes 10 health from you in exchange for healing teammates for 20 health. If not, would you buff it or nerf it?
So what? Sorry, repeat the question.
Okay, so this mod takes 1 health from you every time you kill something.
Okay.
It then gives your teammates 5 health.
Right.
So that's a 1-to-5 ratio. Health you lose to health you give.
Yeah.
If you max rank the mod, it takes 10 health from you and gives 20 health to your teammates.
The ratio should never change. It should always be persistent. So it might be a case of it takes 10 for 50, but I like where this is going, but I think it needs some limitations. Like, it depends on the weapon you're using. If you're using an auto-fire weapon, you will kill yourself nearly instantly.
Well, no. Well, you'd have to kill. Let's say you've got.
Okay, fine. An explosive.
Health.
There you go. An explosive.
No.
Yeah.
To kill yourself with this.
Yeah.
10 health. Let's say you have 300 health. That means you'd have to kill 30 mobs in a couple of seconds.
Yeah. There are some Warframes that'll happily do that. Look at ESO. ESO, you chew through enemies.
Yeah, but you fix that by just giving
Don't take it.
2 people. No, you just take 2 people with the aura. Yeah. It always gives more than it takes. So as long as everyone is, in fact, everyone should have. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No.
Well, no, then it would just become a mandatory mod, won't it?
I'd be interested to take this, like 4 people with this to Elite Sanctuary Onslaught and see how it works. Really, I don't know if it'll have that much of an effect. Really, I don't know.
I can't see it. So we're talking. Say it's 20 per person. So you take 10, you receive 60. This is an aura mod, is it?
50.
No, 60.
It's.
I'm not doing net. Sorry, am I doing?
Again?
I'm doing total. Right? You lose 10, right, health, but you gain 60 health.
No, you don't gain any health.
Yeah, you do from the other 3 people that have it.
Oh, well, that's if everyone kills 1 mob.
Yes.
Yeah.
60 per kill. Things like explosives, shotguns, they would be insanely powerful. Melee would be really powerful. This is interesting. I don't know. I'd like to see it in practice. I'd like to see, you know, a test of it, sort of thing. I don't think it would be nearly as good as a healing Warframe, because, you know, my Oberon does 108 or is it 180, one of the two, health per tick, which I think is like between 1 and 2 seconds. What are you thinking?
Oh, sorry, I've got that completely wrong.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I messed this up when I explained this to you. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I apologize to everyone who's been screaming at us from the comments. You can delete your comment now. Sorry. Okay. Right. I equip this mod.
Yeah.
I lose 10 health on kill. My allies, when they kill things, get 20 health when they kill things.
Oh!
Combat Discipline is the aura mod that allows allies to heal on kills at the cost of the aura bearer losing health on kills. If all 4 players in a squad equip this aura, each player will heal 50 health per kill.
Yeah. Right. It's interesting. It's very interesting, and I like to see it in practice.
Wouldn't that make you invincible?
No.
Nearly.
No. For 50 health per kill, I mean, how fast are you killing things? You know,
sometimes it's hard to say. I don't know. In lower level stuff, easily, you know, you are invincible.
Yeah, it would completely trivialize low level stuff, but low level stuff is already pretty trivial. So, and it would have next to no impact on. Fuck it, do it. Just put it in. Next question.
Right. Yes. As the ratio, though, seeing as the way this works, I'm not sure the ratio is that important on this. But I'd have to see it working. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. If not, would you prefer on that? I'm not sure. That's a very tricky one. Voluminous. I think I need to. Think on that.
I think too many people. I'm down for it, but I think too many people are always guns up for DPS and couldn't give a shit about things like corrosive fucking projection.
Given we will be getting hard and ultra hard modes, do you feel this should unlock a new tier of weapon modding if ultra hard should prove to be extremely difficult even for veteran players? What I mean by this is, on ultra hard, your weapons would allow to use extra mod slots and the appropriate amount of mod points to go with it. You would already have these mods installed, but they would only come into play if you are in an ultra hard mission.
No.
No.
I want it to be, you have set the level, you have set the equipment. How does
that keep it ultra hard?
Yeah.
How does that keep it ultra hard? That just lets me have more power.
I mean, like I'm trying to play. Well, if I ever find time, play Nier Automata again. But my account, my characters, they're already like level 52 and things like that, which means that I have all the perks and advantages and things like this. However, the way that they have made it hard, so they got 3 settings. Normal, you get the whole game. Hard, you lose the ability to use equipment items, right? Ultra hard, you do not have mods. So Nier Automata has a mod system as well, very similar to Warframe's. But, imagine losing all of your mods, right? Everyone in the Warframe community would lose their shit, right? If you took away the power fantasy from that. You've just got to say, right, this is where your power fantasy is. Either get good or change your build, right? But we're not giving you more leniency.
I feel you've just put forward a case of we should have less mod slots on ultra hard.
Yeah.
Rather than more.
Yeah.
Let's say things go down to 6 slots. I definitely think that's how it should be. It should be less, not more.
Yeah.
Lumens also asks, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of Warframe skins, as well as individual weapon skins. However, there are no universal skins for rifles, and shotguns only have one universal skin at the moment, which is quite nice in my opinion. Do you think DE should put enough resources, if they're able, into developing more universal weapon skins? I love my Kuva Hind, its power, how it feels, and how it sounds, but oh god, is it ugly. Yes, yeah, but let's have some Tenno ones. I like the concept. I love the feel of using a new weapon more than I care about the stats, because we've got so many weapons now. Unless they have unique firing modes, I literally just look at them as in just like Anthem's weapons, which is just boxes.
Yeah,
it's like, this is a shotgun. This is a rifle. They're both boxes. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They look almost identical. Because but we'll see how that turns out. But so I just look past the visuals of it, unless I'm enjoying the visuals of it, in which case I'd love to be able to sometimes replace it, like you're saying, with some weapons, which can be cool. Yeah, I think it's a shame, seeing as it is a concept they are open to, and they've done for some things. Just add more to the game. I pay for it, to be honest. I think Tenno is a great idea for it.
Yeah.
Lumens also asks, will you be using the upcoming Tonko mod, Precision Shot? What's that do, Xeno?
What is this mod? I am unknowing of this mod. I need know of mod now. Tell mod. Tonko Precision. What? Damn, I spelled it wrong. 100% accuracy.
No, that's precision. You're talking about precision munitions.
God damn it!
I can't find what Precision Shot does. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe he will. He does like mods. Joshua Minnick says, "Why hasn't
precision munition is for the Tonko."
Yes, I know, but I think he said the upcoming mod, Tonko mod, Precision Shot. Precision munition is
no. I think it's the same thing. It's just this is the PvE version because this is a PvP mod. So you know how they bring in.
I don't know if it'll do different things. I don't know. Would you use it?
Well, I want to know what it does first.
Exactly. Right, moving on. Joshua Minnick said, why hasn't Hildren gotten a skin yet? COVID-19 ate it.
Wait. Which one's Hildren? Because Hildren is the
skin.
Go
die in a hole. Go die. Go die in a hole.
Hildren is the skin.
Go die in a hole.
Why go die in a hole?
Children's best girl.
Yeah.
Now, moving on.
I can't find this mod at all in the Warframe wiki. Oh, you're going to make me log into the game. Fine, keep going.
Sorry, I was like, your Apple account has been built these things. What did I buy? Oh, yes, I bought music. Okay, fine. Right, moving on. How much platinum will it cost to get the Corpus Founder gold oven mitt as an orbiter decoration? My guess is an arm and maybe legs. Maybe it'll be legs. No, Thursby's legs. They should do that. They should put a tile where there's like a Corpus locker room and there's one of the things in there is Thursby's legs.
God.
I would like to see it in there. I don't think it'll be the big version. You'll probably get a small one, the kind of thing that can go on the little plinth, and maybe for like doing really well in it, or I don't know, lasting along. I don't know how it works mechanically. Like, you know how you get the poster from the John Prodman?
Yeah.
If you do,
I mean,
like a bajillion hours in.
No, I wouldn't mind something like a holographic one.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, maybe a poster, but like I don't, it feels like having something like that in your Lisette, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels something really tacky.
Diddy one.
Not even a Diddy one.
Well, go you, Mr. Style Man.
Sorry.
Zerugel says, do you think the classic Corpus tile set will be in Captura?
That's a good question.
I'm worried that the classic Corpus tile set is just going straight in the bin.
I don't think so. Because I think we've lost the old Gas City tiles from Captura. I don't know. Do you have?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, did we have them in Captura?
Yes, we did.
Which ones?
Oh, God, there was definitely a Gas City one in there because I used it when doing the Sunny Solaris thumbnail. There's definitely one in there. I'm sure it's gone.
If I message you while you're playing Warframe, would the message make it into next week's footage?
No. Because my big fat head covers the the text box.
Shame. There we go. That's it for those comments. Let's move on to the ones. I don't have many from the thing from last week. Just a couple of ones. Nick Evans. Yes, Nick Evans points out we had that meme last week that looked like Steve wearing a colander.
I thought it was tinfoil, but yeah, okay.
No, it was a colander because apparently that, and the sign said "eat pasta" or whatever. If I forgot. So thank you very much for pointing out, Nick Evans. This man is a pastafarian.
Oh my God, get out.
No, do you not know the pastafarians?
Oh, sorry, Loz, you're breaking up. Your internet is turning super. I can't.
Look, he realised. the guy realised that you're allowed in the UK. I think it's UK. You're allowed to take a passport photo with a hat as long as it has a religious reason. Okay. So he wore a colander and said he was a pastafarian.
Okay.
I think this is amazing.
Okay.
Moving on. Tony Coven said, I had a hard debate with another player. About an Orokin. Our Orokin, advanced human or humanoid? Could there be a card to know this community's opinion?
Sorry. Are they advanced human?
Humans, or are they just simply humanoid, as in structures? And do they really count as human anymore?
No, but I don't think anything does.
Ooh, controversial opinion. Well, that's
so
what Tony Coven.
What's the card?
Our Orokin. What do Orokin count as? Option 1, advanced human. Option 2, humanoids. I know they are humanoids, but do they get the human?
So.
Or are the Orokin human anymore? I want to know as the advanced human thing.
Human. Humanoid. I think people are going to get a little confused about what is the difference between advanced human and humanoid.
That's fine. Well, we can change it later or I'll play with it. Anyway, Lindsay Witzel? I'd rather have self-damage. Self-stagger is much more annoying. Cautious shot should have stayed as damage reduction, while adding a mod to change self-damage to self. More options,
you are
more
breaking up a
satisfaction,
lot. You are actually genuinely breaking up a lot. Can you check?
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do if I am, because I'm not plugged into the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
It did go down.
Yeah? Should we try again then? What's the question?
Yes, keep going. I'd rather have Lindsay Weitzel. I'd rather have self-damage. Self-stagger is more annoying. Cautious shot should have stayed as self-damage reduction, while adding a mod to change self-damage into self-stagger. More mods, more option, more satisfaction all round.
Part of me wants to say no, because at some points in time you have to draw a line in the sand, and you have to say you can't accommodate absolutely everything, because changing it in the future or allowing for additions is so much additional work. Like, for example,
I'm going to stop you on this just before you go into long tirade or whatever history of another game. Went down to yellow again because we don't have time, and I think it's fine because I think more mods, more options. I think that if one, then it will get people used to it, and if they went right now, we're moving to this, be much better, and it makes people have options. Options better. Relic says, one day the emblems for the competition will match the video. One day. Today is not that day.
No. They're not always. Oh, give me a break. Fine, I'll find someone to do it for me because I can never get the time to do it.
And Singleton says, speaking as an American, Doritos are technically a tortilla chip in the same way tomatoes are technically a fruit. Doritos, like Furitos, he would put in the term corn chip. There we go. As an American, there we go. Right. Wait, lastly, what? JJ.
Okay, never mind. Keep going.
I don't know there's anything I can do about this. I mean, is it power? It might be losing power. I have no idea.
Okay, I'm going to pause. And we go.
Next, J24 says, I don't get this. There's two bits. First of all, is there anywhere in the game that mentions that you can react from a heavy stagger by using jump? Have you tried that?
Scott did mention that during a dev stream. Like, there was a way to get it to get out of it faster, but there's nothing in game that actually says that, and there's no real not context sensitive action, but there's no
impetus or indication or training or
no, it's there's no feedback on whether or not you have successfully done it or not, right? So, like, there have been times
I'll give it a go because I get staggered so many times with my octa-core. I'll give it a go on that, and we'll see for next week. And lastly, JJ24 did say about the secondary mod meta, because I asked last week what mods there are, and they suggested why to remember the same about mandatory slots. And they came up with Hornet Strike, Barrel Diffusion, Lethal Torrent, Prime Crystal Gambit, Prime Target Cracker, 2 elemental mods, 1 flexible slot, and then 1 weapon extra slot. So yeah, there's one slot they could add things in there. Also, that's for crit builds, obviously, and not everything needs to be a crit build. A lot of things, that's great for crit builds. Best mods, those be prime mods, but not everything needs to be a crit build. That's it. Anyway, that's it for those. Let's move on.
Cool. Apart from, like, I nearly said I do not agree with that, but then they added the whole crit build thing, and I'm like, yes, no, that's correct. Cool, right. So
I added.
You added. Oh, good job.
I added that.
You added that bit. Right, so now we're going to move on to the topics for this week. And the topic for the week is, I'd like to see an infested open world. Did we talk about this last week? I can't remember.
No.
We spoke about it recently, I know that.
Can I just say, no, we haven't.
An infested open world? Oh, maybe that was Arbiters. That might have been Arbiters. Sorry. Getting things confused.
I'm about to say, that sounds bitchin'.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
I'd like to see an infested open world where you get rep from killing infested, and the bounties would be stopping them from getting tech/valuable corpses to assimilate. I feel like a safe haven or zombie apocalypse vibe would be cool. Tattered rag, cyandanas, all the aesthetics. An idea for a new kit gun / Zor system for grenades with a customizable effect and radii and stuff.
Yeah, radii.
Is that how you spell radii? Radii? That doesn't sound right. I feel like this would create a new meta low-key. They could stick with the naming scheme and call it like Tactica or something like that. Imagine blasting through infested dugouts with your customized shrapnel grenade to get that rare healing buff grenade blueprint.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Apart from, I don't think we've got a hotkey. There's not. Don't think there's space.
Like, what's the difference between this and explosive weapons?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just make it more interesting if you made mods for all explosive weapons rather than making grenades. I mean, grenades are no, you can get grenades.
I like maybe thrown weapons, maybe explosive weapons, maybe flamethrowers. Like it's, I just feel like grenades is. Don't get me wrong. I love the ingenuity. Nope. Creativity. I love the creativity of what this individual is trying to do. I love the fact they're going like, fuck it, let's just blow the creative water out of the park. And, you know, just do something completely off the beaten track. I love that. I do genuinely love that. But it has to fit in somewhere. So are these suddenly going to become a gear item? Are these going to have to be hotkeyed in order to actually make them worthwhile? How much effort is going
to... They would have to be a gear item. That's the only way to do it.
Are they going to come with mastery? Right? You know, there's so much to this. I think it would be better if there were like explosive weapon barrels that you could put on the kit guns. So either primary or secondary explosive weapons.
A grenade launcher kit gun part?
Yeah.
Turns it into a grenade launcher?
Yeah. You know. You could have like an underslung
and then
launcher, but yeah.
Arcanes for them that give them different infested explosive.
Was that different infested explosives?
Sorry, I burped halfway through. Infected explosive effects.
Yeah. Like, you know, I mean, I would love to see. I think we've advocated this so much. Now that primary weapons actually have an Exilus mod slot, why can't we have different ammunition types? Right? Why can't there... Right, okay. So here's a viral ammunition type, right? Or explosive ammunition type. But your magazine capacity is reduced by 50% and your fire rate is reduced by 25%. Right, but you do explosive damage now.
I think you need to go a little bit more than that because technically we already have... Or you mean it adds AoE to the bullets?
Yeah, basically.
Not explosive damage, yeah. Or arc bullets, so that when you hit a target, it will arc to another target within 2 meters or 3 meters, and then
yeah. Like
target in 3 meters out.
Is it the Buzzlock that is the fifth element gun?
Grinlock.
No, the Grinlock's the sniper rifle, because that came out at the same time as the Murloc.
You think the Buzzlock?
I think the Buzzlock. Grinlock is like the Winchester rifle.
Yes, yeah, you're right. It is the Buzzlock.
You know, like, just imagine doing that with something like a Stradivar.
I'm not sure quite going that far because that requires the use of... Yeah, I know what you mean. Cool effects and things, yeah. I mean, they were going to the point of adding silly effects, and they gave up on that, didn't they?
Oh, God. peculiar mods. I love the peculiar. I want the announcer orders. Right.
I love that there was like, right, we're going to start with the silly ones, and there's going to be some like more grim, darky ones here, but we're never going to get to those. Like the one that would just yell at you or something, or when you kill people or something.
Yeah.
It's just like, or more blood. It's like, those.
Would love that. Okay. Would genuinely love that, but we didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the idea of the flower one, but then like that doesn't mean the whole concept is bad. It may just mean that you need to come up with better mods.
No, come up with mods that interest you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the ones they came up with, what was it? It was flowers grow on people. It's like, yeah, and then the one was in large body parts.
Yeah. Which the bloody new core does anyway.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're going silly mode. I think they were thinking because you know how DE gets affected by other games. They look at other games and just try and copy them. I mean, originally they had the stats on the old helmets because they thought they were looking at TF2. Lunaro is obviously Rocket League. I'm thinking this must be like they were looking at Fortnite or something.
No, I feel this is the Unreal Tournament mutators, because you actually had things like Big Head mode where the more you killed stuff, the bigger your head literally got. So
right, okay, maybe, but I don't get the whole flower thing. I think there must be some game or something that they're trying to copy, and it's just more the theme of them. They weren't for all the cheesy, light-hearted ones, not starting on some serious ones which would fit the game. I don't know. Anyway, back to what we're talking about, which is infested open world. So let's not get bogged down in these kick guns or things. I think we said about addition to it. What else is there to this?
Right. I think
you've gone through the whole concept, haven't you?
Yeah. I think there's a lot to go with this whole open world stuff. I would like it if there was like overrun outposts, much like the outposts in Orb Valis. But can we try and make these things more of a community thing, right?
Yes, that's what I was going to. Yeah, I was going to get into that.
So the biggest problem.
What's the point?
Yeah, the biggest problem that Loz and I have with name of the place, Orb Valis, is you take over a base, and then what? The next time you go visit it, oh yeah, sorry, we lost that. Like, I was only there. I was only gone for 5 literal minutes. I just went down. It's like, yeah, but you know how it is. Like, what? You decided to pack up your bags the second I'd gone. You know,
it's cold upstairs. We want to go back down on Valis and stay underneath. And while we abandon the base for our nightly sit down in our warm, holding cubes. What do we call them?
Oh no, living cubes.
We went back to our living cubes.
2 by 2. It's like 2 meter by 2 meter living cubes.
2 meter by 2 living cubes, and the corpus just seemed to reclaim the place while we were away. Who would have known?
Yeah, but I like the idea of this, where each area of Orb Valis it's supported. So not Orb Valis, this infested open world. I'd say make it as big as Orb Valis, right? Scatter the area with like hubs, right? You cannot capture a hub that is out at the outer rim, right? Until you have a chain linking to it. If you have it, but the chain gets broken, you can keep it, but it will be harder to keep. Does that make sense?
Can't link outwards until you link back completely.
Yeah, you have to. You have to go from the center out. You can't go from out to the center. Oh, actually, I don't know about that. I'm undecided on that.
No, it's you can imagine that there's some base station that where the hub is, because the hub, and that is powering some sort of devices which you're using to fight the infestation.
Yeah.
And if you lose your tethered connection back to the base, the stations you have enough power to keep going, but you can't add more to your separated network. So you shouldn't be able to expand out. You can expand back to the...
Yeah, you can expand back, but you can't... So you have to re-bridge the connection.
Back to it, yeah, you need to re-bridge the connection.
But you can't continue further out.
Yeah. Because otherwise you just ignore it. It needs to have that importance of defending what you've had.
Yeah.
Otherwise you just... Yeah.
I like the idea of automated turrets. I like the idea of you supplying resources that you get from the world So like the environment to keep those upgrade those turrets and shit like that.
Right, okay, hang on. Let's just make a simple web in our mind. Let's put the node in the middle of the map like on Valis. And let's put 3 levels of distance nodes out from it. So there's the base, the main base middle, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and let's go in 8 directions for now, which means I've got how many nodes?
Let's simplify this further. Let's go 3 directions.
Three directions, with 3 nodes in all directions. No, let's do 4 because compass points.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm good for that.
Compass points. Anyway, so I got 3, 6, 9, 12. So I got 12 little mini bases, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
But I capture all of them.
Yeah.
And I fuel them up or whatever, and then I leave for the night, and I come back tomorrow. How much should it have changed, or should it have changed, or
it depends
is it
entirely.
Personal?
No, I don't want it personal. I want it to be based on a community effort, right? So the player base is delivering resources. So like basically, if the player base decide to not maintain the outermost west point, right? The outermost far west, right? Let's just call it far west, will fall for everyone. Everyone will lose it. Yeah?
I know I am with you. I know what the concept is. I'm just trying to think of how this works. But basically, it's like, but for the really high level players, it should have to be really hard for them to capture these, because otherwise they'll be like, oh, well, we've lost that one, but I get it in 2 seconds.
No, they can capture it, right?
And I push Mesa 4, go pew pew again.
Right. They can capture it. But the thing is, if they do not maintain it, if they leave the infested open world, they come back, they will not have it anymore. Right? They'll have West 1 and West 2, but they will have lost West 3. Yeah?
Yeah,
because there feels I'm
just trying to think. I like, because basically this would be in replacement or in addition to the
Valis base capturing thing.
Bounties.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's in addition to or instead of bounties. So you're gonna have to keep doing this. Now you might ask why are you having to do this, but what you can do is you could put that at the end of them, like you have to have X many of them to be able to activate crafting. So the community has to work together to allow crafting, and or maybe it's based on a week, so that if the community does well in 1 week, it opens up crafting for the next week's worth of like different tiers of items or whatever. You can have it make special
gear
crafting recipes from one,
gear
consumables from another one. It's depending on what the community is able to achieve. I do agree with this because they technically, I know I pointed out, they technically do have a little bit of this on the Valis now, right?
Yeah, but like the
very
problem,
minor.
Yeah,
they never tell anyone about it. I think Droogle had to tell me about it. That if you do the fractures, it increases credit gains. I don't know what if it has stages or whatever, but if everyone does the fractures and the fractures get completed, everyone gets bonuses on the Valis.
Well, I would also like to see this would be per player. The push from the infestation coming from north, south, east, or west is entirely it's independent. So like it's local. So the infestation may be pushing really heavily on the east for me, but it might be pushing hard on the north for you, right? Unless we're in the same team, right? And the reason,
but if you lose, let's say both of us capture all of our nodes on the map,
yes,
you get a heavy push from the east and you don't give a damn today, and they capture 2 of the nodes. I don't give a damn on the north and they capture 3 nodes.
Yep.
Let's just pick a random name, Sam. How's that affect Sam's game if he also had all of them unlocked to start with?
So it depends on the greater community, but let's just say it's just the 3 of us. Unless Sam pushes heavily on the north and the east, that is the directions we said, yes? Yeah, right. On the north and the east, then he wouldn't be covering our slack. And as a result, when he comes into the world, like he will have lost that terrain as well. So when he said, yeah.
So your losing of the East makes me and Sam lose the East, and my losing of the North
No, it
makes
depends
both
if
you and Sam lose
because
the North.
you could be doing the East instead of me. You said you're not doing the North.
I do find that this could lead to situations where somebody captures a node and then goes away for 2 minutes, and it just gets uncaptured immediately.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I would basically say if you capture all the nodes, right, then you have built a balance. One of the nodes might get attacked, and you will be warned, oh, go deal with this, right? Maybe infested Unico Prime may message you and say, East 3 is under attack. Could you please go support it? And you could either choose, yeah, fuck it, I don't care, right? Or you might go, yeah, I'll go support it. But then when you or Sam or whoever goes out, they'll see that East 3 is still kept because I've done my part to maintain it. But if I've gone...
I think this is getting... I agree with you on the concept of what you're trying to achieve. I don't think it as soon as you add 100,000 players, it'll become meaningless and not it will just either become too hard that no one will be able to maintain anything, or be so minor that it'll just be like the whoop-de-doo, you got double credits on the Valis.
It will
I think instead,
yeah,
I'll change your system. Instead of having nodes, the nodes you can capture, I think should be personal, and the progression state on them should be personal, and they have decays, and maybe you have to fuel them up. But that's up to you. It's up to you what they do. But what these are next to are hives, and the hives are the community thing. The hives like to say dormant.
Yeah.
They like to just stay dormant. But we need them to be active, because if they stay dormant, they shoot up, let's say, for themes, they develop and shoot up spore vessels that are going to go invade nearby, whatever. So the more we attack it, the less spores get sent out.
Nearby worlds or nearby bases?
The solar system. The solar system. Okay. The solar system. It's Plot. That's Plot side, right? But basically, the community has to engage the hive more to increase the activity level of the hive, which makes it produce more deadly enemies. So, difficulty goes up as we attack the hive more, but then it also unlocks more resources that we can gain, because the colony is repurposing its resources into the mobs we're fighting. We then get access to those as well. That's how you get your better loot. And then thematically, you're doing it to prevent invasion elsewhere,
So my concern is that if you do not go for where it's important for you, then why would everyone hold on to all of the nodes? Why would the greater community hold on to?
No, the community part is the hive activity.
Okay, so then the question is, right, what would stop me from just maintaining the west side and just ignore the east, the north, and the south?
What, the hives?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously it'd be community-based level. So if you just decided to go do the west hive, you're going to find it very hard, because the mobs attack. You're going to have to, as a community, over I think maybe it'd be on a weekly thing. It would assess how
sure.
it would change based on week. How much thing. If you're just going to do west. If last week everyone was storming the West Hive, and let's have compass point hives, the West Hive, and pushed it up to maximum activity, the following week you'd be like, oh well, I don't want to up the other hives or whatever, I'm just going to go farm the West Hive this week. You will not do what you'll not be helping.
I'm trying to understand what is the negative of not doing the other parts of the map.
If you don't do the other hives, they'll go down to dormant and thus won't produce resources for you that you want.
So how are they producing resources?
By people attacking them. I think there would be a sort of a rotation of which is the super active hive or whatever, and people would attack it. And if they don't attack it, it goes completely dormant. Thus it just produces low level enemies, and thus no one's going to get access to resources, crafting, whatever, by the hive. So everyone though attacks the hive. Next week there'll be farmable mobs there for resources.
So resources
if everyone
will
just goes
regional.
and farms those resources, it'd be based on last week's activity.
No. So basically what I'm saying is that, say we've got strontium, right?
Yeah.
that will only be available from the Hive in the West. We've got Tungsten.
If it's pushed to a certain level.
Yes. So Tungsten is only available for the Hive from the North. So if no one does the North, you can't get Tungsten.
Next week or whatever, or that Hive will go dormant, and thus that resource won't drop for the community. And it'll be up for, but when it drops, it'll be up for a week. You know,
I would say it's not that it doesn't drop; it drops in lower quantities, much lower quantities.
Yes. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Because one of the biggest problems I have with Railjack is bloody titanium.
You make a really point there. Yeah, locking people out from doing it is thing, but it'll go so dormant, and the mobs will be there, and maybe there'll be some features you'll lose or whatever for the whole. I think for a week's better thing. But anyway, so I think we're both.
I do like that.
Two different ways of coming at it. But I because my one worry your one is I'm just worried it's too complex, and I'm not sure how, because I like it and I want to keep that feature, but I think maybe making that personal and the decay on it personal. Maybe if you get these resources from the hives, you can also. That's why I think it'd be better to be like, this is your own personal activity, so that if you do leave it, the hives just consume all the bases back to the middle again.
I just
like argon, you know.
Yeah, I like the idea that you come back and you're like, oh, we've lost this base on the far west, you know, and because
I like that, but I don't know if you can combine that with the community side of things, though. I think that's too big of a thing to fit.
So one thing I really do feel that when it comes to the community side of things, we can't have it like the micro servers for Scarlet Spear. It would have to be the community as a whole, right? We're not just talking PC
That's
players.
why I'm saying, like, we make it for a week.
Yeah, we're not just talking PC players. We're also talking console players as well. So console players are affected by what the PC players are doing, because they're quite, and regional based. It shouldn't be regional based either. The reason for this is that, people lose interest in doing certain things, and it should take the entire player base as a whole to be able to support one another, right? So, I've heard that the regional servers in Oceania are pretty damn quiet, whereas over in Europe and North America, the Americas rather, the regional servers are really busy and active. So I can appreciate that people will easily struggle in certain niche situations where it depends on the platform and the region that they're in, that, maybe the game is just not that active. So that's why it should be on a global scale. I don't know how difficult that would be, but
yeah, I get behind that.
Cool. Right.
I would also say, I'm sort of going back to this concept of the infested open world. I think you should have. I'd like these open worlds to have seasonal events, more of them. I've lost my clock, so I don't know where we are on time. But I think the Myconians should come down, and you've got to help them wrangle up some infested.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun seasonal event.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I do like that idea, and I think
I'd love to. I'd love to. I think there's other things we can sit and talk about this idea. However, I just told me what the time is, so I think we'll move on to replies. But I love this concept. I really do. I love. Yeah.
Cool. Move on.
Right, so replies. I think I've seen some replies. That's why I think we don't need to raise these points personally. DE needs to learn how to make open world gameplay first. We don't need another vast dead decoration like Fortuna or Valis is. It takes forever to develop, yet can't hold players' interest even for a month, since there are barely any interesting things to do. Yes, you see, that's why
I don't agree with that. I think that is a problem across the entire system. Not just open worlds. It is look at fucking the Gas City rework. Like, how long did you spend doing that rework? How long are you predicting to spend? How long do you spend on Railjack? I don't think this is something that is indicative of open worlds. It is something that DE needs to have you come back to. Right?
Yes. But I think it's more than that. I also think the reward loop of Warframe is kind of broken. That there's so many resources now. What is a reward in Warframe is a very vague question. It's not like Fortnite where I'm leveling up my battle pass and I'm leveling up my stats or whatever, or a Battlefield game where I'm leveling up medic to unlock a second gun. Warframe gives you so much stuff all over the place that it's why I love Nightwave, because at least then it goes like, here's a
week's
goal.
worth of thing,
make this thing level up, right? That's clear reward there, and it gives you rewards as you go further. Whereas, like, okay, so you go down to Orb Valis, unless I'm going for a particular resource, why am I going there? And so it's just saying, I think, what are you doing and why are you doing it are the two things Warframe has a very hard time answering. Anyway, but also I do agree with this person, because let's be fair, Valis, I would do the Valis more. One of the reasons I don't do the Valis is because there's so few places that it sends you for the bounties. You go to the same places so many times, and you do the same things there. How hard would it be to add more points in? It doesn't even use the whole bloody map. Hey, moving on.
That's another problem, is the fact that when people lose interest, like, everything they do, bar Railjack, is a minimum viable product. They would have added in, I have no doubt in my mind, they would have added in more bounties and the third Orb Mother had there been more persistent interest in Orb Valis.
But you need the content for the persistent interest, and they need the persistent interest to make the content, by that logic, so
I do agree with you, but I also feel that the reason why a lot of Warframe is good as it is the core game loop, right? The gunplay is great.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's why people complain, I don't want Railjack, I don't want Arcwing, because the base Warframe is what people mostly enjoy and want to play. But I would also say that the reward system for that is incredibly skewed as well. I don't know what reward is in Warframe anymore. It's so hard to tell. Imagine an entire open world that's made of meat, tentacle trees, rivers of bile, mutated fish to catch, brand new infested beasts wandering the landscape, bounties to go pop giant boils, or splunk caves with giant mouths. Eyeballs on the ground, columns of putrid grass spewing from everything. I just want to point something out. I wouldn't want fishing.
Yeah. You're not the only one.
Do you know what I would instead? And I wouldn't want mining either. What I would like to see is like some sort of biological scanning job. You're trying to understand the shifting nature of this big ball of flesh or whatever you're on, and it constantly keeps moving. So everyone's job has to keep doing scans and look for organs and things.
I'm not opposed to. Okay, I don't want fishing, but I'm not going to throw my toys out of the pram and say there shouldn't be fishing.
Well, the problem is, where's the fishing tournaments, man?
I think part of the problem is that, like, these systems are becoming, we'll just add this on top, we'll just add that on top. Fishing should be more than that. Like, you are chasing after the fish, like the big fish, on a K drive, right?
I'll give you K drive. But right? the literally, like with WoW, I just think one of the things that makes fishing so amazing, even to this day, and it makes it so hard, is there is a weekly fishing tournament, which is completely random. You just have to keep fishing, and maybe you'll get lucky and get the fish. And the first one to bring back the super fish that looted it gets the prize. But people keep doing it every week because at least it's something fun, and that's the only way to do it. If they did the same thing, like every Sunday there was the Ostron fishing quest, and you kept getting fish, and each fish gave you a certain number. I mean, more than the stats you got now, just within that 5-hour period or whatever. And the person who brought back the most fish gets this. The person who brought fast special fish first meets this. People would be doing it. The same thing for K-Drive races. Where are the K-Drive racing tournaments? Where are the Lunaro tournaments? Where are the Conclave tournaments? That's the sort of content they need to make those features work. It's the next step. You have to put the effort in. They never want to. They make up the idea. It's like, right now, do that idea to the next step. And they go, no, I'm going to make another idea. Anyway, moving on. Would be nice if DE finished the ones we have first. Yeah. A whole world that constantly saps your energy. I'd be in for that. That'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe like with the...
Maybe an area.
Trial? Yes. No, but maybe the hives. Maybe the deeper you go in the hive, the deeper you go. Here's the thing.
Procedurally generated hives. Oh, please.
Yeah. So the Valis did show us that we could go off the Valis map. Do you remember? Because we go into the boss fight for the... Exploiter. Yeah. And that is through a loading screen. So I think that must be onto another map. So in theory, it could load into a procedurally generated map.
Do you remember that's how... Do you remember that's how we got that weird bug or whatever with our 24-hour run?
Yeah, because we had somebody who joined, but it was weird, and we had to wait for it to time out, but we didn't, and thus they locked us out because the game didn't know what to do. Yeah, it's very sad. Oh, I'd love to. You know, it's a shame this year there's no 24 hours. Would be perfect time to do it this thing, but in this lockdown. But
I don't have the internet for it.
24-hour Railjack?
No.
It's not enough content still. Maybe next year, guys. Right, anyway, moving on. Be careful out there, Tenno. The infested are many. Keep an eye out for any infested hotspots, for there could be a hive nearby.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hives. Hives would be cool. Yeah, you got me at procedure generated hives, and if you go, maybe you could choose which one you want to load into. There's the deeper, harder ones.
Yeah,
you know, more health damage. It would be cool.
To be fair,
maybe if also an additional thing is if you do well enough on a hive, like even beyond unlocking the resource, if you do super well, you unlock a boss for the next week, like the deeper hive.
Well, no, I like the idea that first off, the deeper hive, but you procedurally go further and further down. So you might hit loading screens, but like the further down you go, like so much harder it becomes. You have to just go like, nope, can't go any further down. Need to go up. Need to go back up. Up.
Do you know it's interesting? That is similar to what was supposed to be the pitch for Anthem.
Really?
Anthem was supposed to be that your super suit was amazing, but you needed to upgrade it, and the more you upgraded it, the further you could travel from the city.
Right.
And it was supposed to be like you versus the environment more, but that just phased out in favor of just shooting people that fly around like Iron Man.
Yeah.
But, because it's really interesting that that gives a job and a tricky thing to do, and but well. Anyway, last one suggestion: integrate infested derelicts, ruins, debris with Railjack missions around Eris. Let them become islands that can spawn on certain nodes and can be explored for loot/lore drops or farmed as rewards from activities you can perform once you've entered.
I don't understand.
I think they're imagining this infested planet like a big conglomeration of things.
Right.
So there's like a derelict ship here, a corpus ship here, and thus you kind of navigate between them. It's like islands.
Boots on the moon.
Boots on the moon. Okay.
Anyone that gets out of reference.
I'd love for the infested planet to be like a completely infested planet, like they're building their own planet from nothing.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Name them.
Actually, to be fair, one thing I would like is that while you're on the infested planet, you find out that there are things that the infestation cannot assimilate, and they are trying to like hide them away. So that, we can't get them to, it's sort of like bred into their genes, woven into their genes. Like, you encounter this thing you cannot assimilate, you fucking bring it here and bury it.
Well, that's the core of the planet. They're piling this stuff up to keep it away from everyone else. So they're behind their infested planet. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Anyway, I think we've got time's an issue, but I think this is a lovely concept, and we could probably just go on about this for an hour and hours and hours and hours. But I'm sure we need to move on. So shall we move on?
Yep, good sir. We shall move on to the memes.
I've got these somewhere.
I hope you do.
Yes.
I hope I have them as well.
I do. Do you have them?
Well, I hope I have.
Question. You do have them.
Good. Right. We ready?
I want to point out there's actually not that many memes at the moment. I think there's only 19 memes posted this week.
That's disgraceful.
Normally it's like 50 memes for me to sort through, but how are you going to help? So anyway, first one.
Yep.
You know who you are.
What? Oh my!
Doing the bidding of a mysterious woman on the radio for Information Awards? Nuh-uh. Doing the bidding of a mysterious woman on the radio for Information Awards? Yeah.
I gotta know, what pose is that Limbo doing for the top picture? Because I've always wanted to have that for some of the thumbnails for the arbiters.
Well, there we go. Anyone, that's a mission for anyone watching. Find that pose.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like one of the Natas or something like that. And I just like,
What, just freeze framed at a spot? Yeah, maybe. Right. But then we have good point between Lotus and
Nora Knight. Lotus?
Yes. I'm trying to make the joke with glass signals, whatever. I don't know. Glass detected, moving in. Yes, anyway, Nora Knight. Anyway, move on to the next meme. Meme number 2. Sorry, wrong game. Good meme.
Oh, God. I saw this earlier. I'm like, have I seen this before? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Number 3.
Meme number 3. Peacemaker Prime intensifies. Most Warframes have cool and creative abilities. Mesa, bang, bang, bang!
Oh my god. What's that? Is it cleaning gun?
Cleaning gun!
No, is it
yes.
Yeah, is it called?
It is cleaning gun.
Yeah.
Bang, and the dirt is gone.
Yeah. As he just screams.
Dirty laundry.
Bang!
Unwashed glassware. Bang, 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 and the dirt is gone.
Yep. Number 4.
Meme number 4. Please come back. I need you. You were the best update this game ever had.
Oh, fuck
Mom,
off.
I'm going to go out with a male friend. Be careful, boy. Boys nowadays only think about one thing. Empyrean? No. Dog Days. Dog Days needs to come back with a vengeance. I really think Dog Days would be a good addition. I think it was a great addition to the game.
Ah, you say that. Next.
Number 5. Very simple one here. Pigeon Prime.
That's awesome.
Dove of Peace. I think it's probably something completely else, but it's just like, yep, Bird Prime. Right. And then last one, number 6. I thought this was great. Come on, try other weapon and Warframe. It's from King of the Hill. I can't remember the character's name, but it's the kid that's on the wall. Bobby, yeah. Meta is not the only thing in game. And then there's somebody comes along and rips I think it's the teacher, rips that off the ball. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset.
I think those are Wukongs.
I think that's a Wukongs. Brava. Kuva Brahmas.
Yeah, and the Exceltron.
What's the Exceltron good for? I don't know what's great about the Exceltron.
It's Gauss's weapon, and the faster you're moving, the faster it reloads.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go then. Yep. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. There we go.
Right.
That's it for my memes. Let's see some community shoutouts, Mr. Xeno.
Right. So our first community shoutout.
CM1.
So have you known about this?
Oh yes, I'm well aware for the Sailor Moon Redraw Challenge, and that is really cool.
So Sailor Mag by I think it's supposed to be Mamba, but
Wamba.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Mamba.
Very nice.
Right. The second community shout out is actually a video, which is anyway, I started blasting by Squallington Constantine. Yeah. So I saw this and I thought this is got to be a community shout out. Loz loves that.
Oh, it's Squallington Constantine, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's why I used to do the sitting thing. I wish I could do more of it, but there's something I don't get about animation. I swear, because it's like the fluid of it. It's just so simple and quick. There's nothing complex here, and I could recreate this, but I think it's something to do with the animation graphs that I don't. The input and output angles of these graphs, how it makes the animation just look so happy and quick. Mine's always slow, but I love this. I have my pieces. My guns.
Yeah. Right.
I love this. I started blasting. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much, Costin, for doing that, because I started blasting. I love that meme so much. Right. Yep.
The third community shout out is this Wisp Grax by Ig1515.
Oh, I'd love that on a wall.
You probably would.
It's very Overwatchy.
No. The fourth community.
Let's just take your hatred of Overwatch just for a minute, and you can have it back in a sec. It's very Overwatchy without you hating on it, isn't it?
What is Overwatch?
Okay, you can have that back. You're nothing but hate.
There is no Overwatch. There's just shit. Right. How many people have I just pissed off? Right. The fourth community shout out is Atomic Wave by Ig1515, so the same artist.
Okay, just gonna do the same again as well. It's very Overwatch.
No, it's not.
Put that back. Yeah, it's got a very Overwatch vibe, as in like inspirational post and stuff.
How?
Just does.
Really? No?
I could almost put a "We Need Heroes" on that screen. Like, it's fine. That's because how good it is. Anyway, let's move on.
Fifth community shout out. This is insane. This is the Quelor by Bad Kaz. This is Syncresis. This is the 3D modeler that we've had on the show at episode 250. Right? We have met her at TennoCon. She has 3D printed, put together, and painted the Quelor from Warframe. He's not dead. His internet hasn't died. He is just in utter shock. He is still here. I can see eye movement. Yeah, he's going to he's going to ask, how do they do this? Or is this real? You know,
I spent many years carefully, diligently working and researching to earn myself a PhD. Yeah, science pales in comparison to this. Beautiful.
Right.
This is beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. To be fair, I'd love a picture of Kaz actually holding it.
I was going to go sit in the corner, you know, because in my life, I'll never achieve. One day I will have children, and I'll sit them on my lap.
You see this?
Say, I made you, son or daughter.
But you're not as good as this.
I'm sorry. Even though I have made you and your siblings, and I have raised you well, and you're all rocket scientists, it pales in comparison
to the Quelor.
You will never achieve this. Look upon it, child. This picture I have you saved for you for 20 years. So you can learn this. You will never achieve this.
Wait.
To, you know.
They're a rocket scientist before they're 20.
Yes, they're going to be that good. I'm going to work them that hard and achieve that much with at least 4 of them. They're all going to be rocket scientists before the age of 20. They're going to be savants. They're going to be amazing.
Apparently, one's going to be a rocket scientist before they're the age of 15.
Yep. Well, no, they're going to be quadruplets.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to work hard on that, you see. Anyway, and I'm going to genetically engineer them as well. They'll be amazing. They will be immune to everything. But I'm still going to sit them down and say, I genetically engineered you, my child. And you are a genius. And you will save the world. But it will never achieve this.
Right.
You will now take this on and internalize this and carry this on to your children. So they too will know
that they can never be this.
That in our lineage, we will never achieve anything as amazing as this.
Right.
I'm sorry.
The 6th creator shout out is this gorgeous.
No, no, I will look because you shouldn't have been other people's work thing. I'm sure this is also meant Sarin Prime
by Chicken Draws Dogs.
Oh, I did see this, and
this is stunning.
Man, I love long hair, obviously, because I have no hair.
Yeah.
But I mean, and so this just, I mean, can we have that in game, please?
Do you find that like men with no hair appreciate hair more and more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You have what
I do hate how it seems, to be honest, actually, I mean, to critique that in general, in this day and age, women also seem to not have long hair as much anymore. I look at videos of like the 70s, 80s, like long hair was everywhere. It's like it was the thing. And now it's like mainly like, yeah, I'm like, but you can have long hair. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish I could have hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just something about long hair. I just love it. And so this is representing long hair, and it is amazing. Sarin Prime.
Yeah.
Absolutely
different
amazing.
hairstyles for the different pictures as well. So, yep. Absolutely love that. So that's it for the community shoutouts. And now let's get on with my quote. If you do not get this, I'm going to have to talk to your brother. So
I'm sorry, I have to, and I'm sorry, Drew. I have to just stare at.
No, stop. Stop it.
Okay, right. I'm going to close that.
So, as I crashed into the cold, dark waters of Uranus, I realized a few things. A. Mission markers keep changing direction. B. Sharkwing is slow. And C. I shouldn't even be on this planet right now, but I am. Why? Because you forced the vote. You want it again?
No, I want some breakdowns. Old, new.
New.
Have we gone to see it at the cinema?
Yep.
What is the genre? Sci-fi, fantasy, superhero.
modern day action adventure comedy.
Spy?
No.
When was the year it came out?
This year. That should really limit it down.
We went to the cinema this year?
Yes.
I see.
Want the quote again? Do you want the quote again?
No,
okay, I'm just gonna read it out. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right. So, as I crashed into the cold, dark water of Uranus, I realized a few things. A. Mission markers keep changing direction. B. Sharkwing is slow. C. I shouldn't even be on this planet right now, but I am. Why? Because you forced the vote.
What year is it set in? As in the setting?
Modern day.
Modern day?
Yeah.
I know I'm going to kick myself when I
really
remember
are.
this. But...
And I will have to call your brother. And get him to disown you.
If it's going that far, I'm going to have to cheat slightly. 20.
You have to apologize to everyone.
Well, it wouldn't be Harley Quinn, I assume.
Fuck no. I would forgive you if you forgot that.
Is it Sonic?
Yes.
What's the original quote?
Original quote? Give me 2 seconds, I'll get it for you now.
Oh!
So, as I crashed into...
Planet.
No. So, as I crashed into the cold, dark water of the Pacific, I realized a few things. A. I have no idea where I'm going. B. Salt water stings. C. I shouldn't even be on this planet right now. But I am. Why? Because you shot me.
Says it to who?
He says it to Tom, the guy driving the truck. He gets out
of
the truck.
In the Pacific?
No, he gets out of the truck, and he's Tom just says, San Francisco is like, X many miles that way, right? Sonic speeds off and then speeds back. He has a fish stuck to his head.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember what he said.
He says this. And he's like, basically, he needs Tom to take him to San Francisco because he has no idea where the hell he's going.
Maybe it's your delivery. You always deliver things in one way.
Fuck off. There's nothing wrong with my delivery.
It is your delivery.
Why not my delivery? Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of 10 o'clock.
Because you always sound like a whiny superhero sidekick.
And Sonic did not when he was delivering this line?
Sonic is no one's sidekick.
No, but he sounded like one when he was delivering this line. You just don't remember the line. You just don't want to be disowned by your brother.
I think also when it said dived into Pacific, my brain got stuck on ship, as in like a plane crashing.
No, he crashed.
I know
he crashed into the Pacific. That is literally the line verbatim.
Oh no, it's what he said. Yeah, but the wording made me instantly think like ship crashing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that was the idea.
Past that.
Yeah,
my brain was stuck on that.
Right, fair enough.
I was like, yeah,
right.
It's not a very Sonic-y quote, is it? Yeah. When's that come out?
Huh?
When's that come out?
It's already out. It came out like February 14th. We went to the cinema to watch it.
No, to buy.
It's probably already out. I don't know.
I should go buy it.
Right. So again, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. I'm gonna sign off now. If you want to help us get the 1,000 subscribers, it would be really, really appreciated because then we can start doing the card thing. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Let's say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Loz.
Bye.
You're not saying bye, Loz.
Bye, Loz.
There we go.
Bye, Loz.